all walked into the sea or their tracks were erased by the changing tides. Traveled east into the nearby jungle wetlands, into the mangrove forests, and located one of the other sites that had been found on the Vampire Spawns map. Backtracked back and came across the home of a ranger, and it looks like the dragon wormling that he was companioned with. A scuffle that occurred between them and some other unknown force, and their tomb. You guys then followed army's tracks south towards the road that'll lead between Morton and Ashal, and then tracked that back. Actually, no, you guys didn't. We backed that up. All right. And then fought a wyvern. So, yeah, we're resuming with you guys having just completed that long rest the night after the wyvern attack.
We didn't fight a wyvern, we fought a wuss. Anyway, I think we set out, and we'll double time to make it back to Akaresh as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah, I'm not using the double time thing. I forgot you want to do it. Yeah, nah. It's just easier for me to do it, hex a day.
Well, what I think we mean is we're taking the fast movement option.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm using those rules.
Okay.
I mean, I was really only doing it in the interest of speeding the story along, not in interest of saving any amount of time. We already wasted a bunch by running out to that other X.
I get you.
So.
Let's see here. Yep. All right. So.
Oh, sorry, boys. I missed the part.
Have a good night, Hayes.
Bye.
Later.
Who the fuck is that even? I don't think he heard me. I was giving Hayes shit. But anyway. Yes, we returned to Akaresh. Using the road to aid in our travels.
Indeed, you guys do. Nothing bad happens to you on the roughly 2 days it would take to get into Urkaresh.
What time of day do we arrive at the city?
This would be morning.
All right. Well, I tell the guys, all right, I'm gonna go check in with the that captain person that sent us to Ashal, and I asked if I can hold on to those vampire teeth to show them.
I was gonna come with you.
That works.
I mean, I was the Eye Scout, so. So if anything, Pete's character should come too, because he was the Scout. But he's not here.
Yeah, so we go to the guardhouse, and I think his name was Captain Gormish. That's what I have in my notes.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, so we go there, and I ask if Captain Gormish is available.
Oh yeah, no, he's just right there at the same table as always.
Ah, perfect.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
I trust that your long absence means that you've been thorough.
Very. And I have some more information for you. Would you like it here or somewhere more private?
More private. Follow me to my office.
Okay. And I do so.
Alrighty.
I join.
Takes you guys up a flight of stairs to the 3rd level of this adobe beehive-shaped structure.
Never got the hang of building with hexagons. How do you guys manage it?
I'm not an architect.
I know, I was just bullshitting.
No, I know.
I suppose first I'll start with the military matters. The apparently came via watercraft. There are signs of them entering and departing at the coastline not far from Mashal. We followed a trail to it. I assume they didn't drown themselves walking into the water. And there was a hut, and I'll give a description of the ranger and the dragon wormling. He apparently was one of the early encounters that this force had and was killed. From what we could tell, it looked to have been in single combat, probably between a champion in the army and this ranger, if that tells you something of the disposition of the force. From the number of feet and the like that we were looking at a total force size of approximately 300 people.
Mull it over in his head. Well, the ranger you've described, that would be Torg. Used to serve under War Master Droom about 20 years back. After completing his term of service, he left the Keshig and get retired out in that area.
I nodded, give him a brief description of the exact location and manner of the cairn that he was left in. Basically signifying that if he was respectfully buried, and if he wanted to go pay his respects, that's where he can go to do so.
Thank you for that.
Of course. And then there's the last matter, which is probably the most concerning. And I guess Pete was one that had them. I have him at this point put the teeth on the desk.
No, I have the teeth.
Oh, okay. Well, then Baruch put the teeth on the desk.
Yep. I was saying Pete was the primary survival scout.
Right.
Determining the size of the force and everything.
I'm not a hunter. All I can tell, these are pointy teeth.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to recognize them. They're here as proof of what I'm about to tell you. We were going through the ruins of a shawl, trying to determine determine size, disposition, force type, and all of that. It would appear that the enemy has a scavenger, or had a scavenger, I suppose I should say, that was following in their wake. A vampire.
Kind of see the look on his face darken a bit as he grimaces. That is concerning.
We found no hard evidence to link this vampire to the army, specifically. But if they tolerate undead following so closely, they may be in league.
You said this vampire was scavenging. What were they digging through in a shawl? There's nothing there.
My guy's eyes says she was in the basement of the city hall, in the process of going through the town's, village's archives. She was evasive about her reasoning, and given her evil nature, we simply dispatched her.
All right. If the vampire's dead, that's a good start.
Very. The reason that we have only teeth to show you is because we left her as ash.
Excellent. Very good. Were you able to find out what happened to the town's population?
All evidence suggests that they were taken with the army to the shore. Again, I assume they were loaded onto boats and taken as prisoners or slaves. But there was no boat present at the time, when we were there investigating. So I suppose they could have been force marched into the water, but we didn't see any direct evidence, no floating bodies or whatnot. So I would assume that the population was taken.
And then Rurik would bring up the fact that to take a population of that size would require quite a few large vessels, given from, his little knowledge of naval and the fact that he's from a city that has a lot of port activity. So, to take that many people, you need a lot of boats. So, somebody behind this is, or whoever's behind this has quite the payroll. And quite the finance, I guess.
So the captain mulling it over in his head. Huh. Already? Well then. You lot have certainly earned your reward here. And he reaches under the desk, pulls out a small chest. This will contain your payment as authorized by the War Master Droom.
Alrighty then.
Well, thank you for the payment. And if you have need of our services, you will probably be in town for the day or so. After that, we plan on striking out to the north, take a look around the shoreline around the north. But if you have need of us, I'm sure a runner will find us eventually.
Of course. If we have need of you again, call. You've been most effective.
We do try. Well, I'm sure you're a busy man, so we won't take up any more of your time. Have a good day.
You as well. May Akhad watch over you.
And then we leave.
Indeed. Alrighty.
And as we're meeting up with the party at the inn to secure our lodgings for the night, I would open the chest to see what we got.
Inside of the chest is 100 platinum pieces.
Okay.
And, one second. I forgot to actually type up what this looks like.
A thing.
Here we are. And a small cloth pouch.
Okay. Rorik's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Inside of which are 2 vials of kind of shimmering purple liquid.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Rorik is still keeping track of the party funds, right?
Yep.
So I
100
hand...
platinum adders.
Yeah, so I give him the chest of the 100 platinum. Can I do an identify ritual on the vials while we're walking to the inn?
Yes. Let me get you the results. God damn it, where did I put it?
Nowhere.
In the chest.
Well, in a bag in the chest. How large is the cloth sack that these things are in, and how
Put the
large
sack in
is
the
it
bag
just?
in the chest.
Oh, it's a small pouch.
Okay.
Like, I think the size of like a modern wallet.
All right.
Also, is the chest anything special, or is it just worth a standard chest value?
It's just standard chest.
Okay.
How much is that worth? I'll add it to the
5
pick to
gold.
sell.
So, ridiculous amounts of administrative incompetence on my end aside. These are a potion where it's that potion where you apply it to the weapon, and it will imbue it with a +3 magical property for an hour.
Oh, oil of sharpness.
Oil of sharpness, that's what it was.
Well, those are handy.
Yeah. Who uses melee weapons?
Nash, Hayes, Pete. Oh, Pete's claws, technically.
All right.
So Nash and Hayes.
I mean, this could be used on claws, right?
I would interpret it that way, sure.
Oh, but he has to transform, and that's going to cause problems. Someone would have to apply it to him.
Yeah. So give one a Nash and you hang on to the other one.
Usually my action is spoken for. Spells and the like.
Yeah.
Or running away. So I'll just give them both to Nash, since he's the one who uses weapons.
All right. That makes sense.
Got that, mister?
Say again?
I asked if you got that I'd given you the 2 oils of sharpness we had gotten.
Oils of what?
Sharpness.
Sharpness. Okay, I think I didn't know my character. Oil of sharpness.
2 of them.
Yeah, you have 2 vials. Takes a minute to apply, and then for 1 hour, the weapon is considered magical with a +3 bonus to attack and damage. So you can't apply it in combat, but if we know we're going to get into a fight, it's something we can apply before.
Yeah. Dose up beforehand, yeah.
Pre-buffing.
All right. Let's hit up the market and make some more money.
All right.
You got good charisma stats, right, Under?
I'm decent.
Okay. I think you're the only one. I don't build towards charisma ever.
Well, believe it or not, I do not, in fact, have any levels in Bard. So I have some charisma, but I'm by no means going to be, like I am with investigations. Anyway, but yeah, I can do some face taking stuff with it.
Yeah, like bartering. I mean, I have
Mhm.
a 0 to my barter.
If I recall, Gilbert, you said that this city sells level 1 and 2 scrolls and common and uncommon potions.
Yes. There is also the ability to acquire 3rd level scrolls, but that's a more complicated process.
Case by case.
Yeah.
We're looking for scroll X. Do you have it?
More like you can probably commission a spellcaster, but it's pricey. Mostly because you'd have to compete with Warmaster True.
All right. Well, we have 575 gold worth of junk to sell. So can we just do a flat barter roll for that?
Usually we can just sell art objects for their value.
Yeah, that's just sell for value, Ruffles.
The
Well, I figured
bartering
it was
usually
roughly
comes in
one
when it's
gold.
something like trying to get like a third level scroll or sell a magic item, which I'm not selling my wand.
I figured. Okay. Then behold, my stuff has been sold. And then I have 30 gallons of beer and 2 barrels of beer. I don't know what size you're using for the barrels. Standard 70-gallon barrel or...
Yeah, let me double check what these were.
They're the ones from the Ranger, from Torg's hut.
Oh, yeah, that's the standard D&D 40-gallon barrel.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I meant 40. They weigh 70 pounds. That's why I said 70. Okay. So we have 110 gallons of beer to sell off. Well, not all of it. Obviously, we're probably going to keep one barrel because Nash said he wanted some. So let's hit up a vendor of some sort. A distributor.
Oh, okay. I mean, buying and
Well,
selling
I'm
works
waiting on you
normal.
for confirming that because I don't know what the price of beer is.
Oh, wait, is that not built in D&D already?
Uh, it's not in the standard list, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's not even listed in the standard trade goods there.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Shit.
All right, to Aurora's then.
Can you link me that again?
That would be illegal. And actually, I don't remember the link for it. I have a PDF of it. I can look it up. Not bore. Beer. Wines and ale.
Let's say this is I don't use this as a direct reference. Like I don't go dollar for dollar on the price tags in here, but they've got a lot of items reasonably priced in terms of miscellaneous bullshit and damn near everything else.
So, depending on the quality of the beer, it looks to be between
This would be
1 to
like
5 gold for a barrel.
this would be low quality cheap beer, like the kind of stuff that's water with alcohol in it for the purposes of not getting dysentery.
That's called grog, not beer.
Whatever.
Well, they're very different things.
Whatever.
So probably closer to 1 gold for a barrel of beer then, of this beer.
So 2.5 gold then.
Yes.
All right. Well, just call it 2 gold and keep 30 gallons in a barrel for Colonel Nash to drink as he pleases.
Oh, this thing.
Aurora's.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's different than what I was thinking of. Good to know, though.
Actually, that reference that I linked doesn't even have beer in there.
Beer. It's so common and so cheap, we actually didn't think to price it.
Then I came along and screwed everything up.
Alrighty.
And what did we say for the pound of bronze sell price? Same as iron?
Same as iron.
So it'd be 10 gold, 100 pounds?
Sounds right.
Okay, so another 20 gold right there. And that puts us at... we can buy a boat. Probably be cheaper to lease one, though. Or,
Ha,
Charter one.
leasing. That's a concept that doesn't exist.
Charter, I meant charter. Pay somebody else to drive the boat.
Welcome to the Bronze Age. We're going to lease this boat using a loan from the bank on our good credit rating.
Okay. Oh, and then the chest, too. Alright, so it leaves us with 2,410 gold. Well, not including the silver and copper, but I keep those for bribes. Oh, I think we're planning on setting out in the morning and going north, right? Oh, could I check the local bibliography of some sort and see if I can find any of the extra quest volumes?
The local what?
Book salesman.
Ah, book salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, not exactly something they have here in Urkaresh. Paper is not quite so common in its production that they simply possess booksellers. You'd have to like go to a library.
Well, to the library then. I want to keep. I want the full set.
Okay. Well, all right. Which one are you going to go to? The one in the upper class district, uh, which is also simultaneously a temple to, pretty sure it's Thea and Alapos, or are you headed to the one at the central ziggurat?
Well, given the nature of what's inside the volumes and what I've read of them so far, which seems like the more reasonable choice to go of those two that would likely have other volumes of this narrative?
Hmm. I mean, in terms of ease of access, probably the temple run one, because the other one would effectively be one related to War Master Droom himself, like his personal archive.
All right, then the temple it is. Hey, Interman, if you want to come with, I could use a distraction possibly.
What are we doing?
I want to find more of this an extra quest volumes, the poetic
Okay.
epic. So we're going to a temple to see if they have any copies, and I don't think they'll be willing to sell them, so I'll probably just have to remove them with my occupational skills.
Rourke goes to the Library of Alexandria and tries to steal every section of the entire, Iliad.
Pretty
He
much.
wants the entire Trojan War.
But yeah, if you're game, I mean, we got a whole day to kill, so I figured I'd check out the temple and, well, if they
I
got a
mean,
copy of one of the epics, might as well take it, right?
potentially. You do know I have some ability with magic, right? I might, if you have a blank book, I might just be able to transcribe it into a book for you.
Yeah, but I only have volumes 2, 4, and 7. I want to get the other volumes.
Yes, what I'm suggesting is rather than stealing from a library, we read the book in the library and transcribe it into a new book and keep the
I
new
see what
book.
you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you're saying we make a copy old school style.
Given the magical ability I have with writing, yes.
Okay. Well, then we can do that. It's not as fun, but... Alright, we go to the temple to read books.
I mean, yeah, so we go to the temple. Do they even have, is it even publicly open to, like, people just reading books there?
It is not publicly open. It does require a donation.
How much?
I got a mechanics question.
It would
What do you mean
be.
cash?
Let me pull it up here.
Go ahead, mister. What mechanics?
Uh, six
If I dumped intelligence, could I cast spells?
by our rules of like spell scrolls. I mean, yeah, there's the whole rules for that.
I mean, I'm an Etheridge Knight. I know like jump and long strider, and those are the spells I know. They're non-concentration and they affect me. But I
Yeah,
was
that's fine.
wondering because I dumped strength, would I still be able to cast them?
Dump it in, you mean?
Huh?
Yeah, there's no minimum intelligence required for spell casting.
Okay.
Not in 5e
I mean-
anyway.
Look at your classes of casters that don't require intelligence as their, casting modifier.
I think he means because it bases it off of the wizard spell list and it
Ah.
uses int as its casting thing. Yeah, Nash, the way I see that is the Eldritch Knight stuff is like entirely like arcane practice, no arcane theory.
Okay.
Like
Because I don't know any. I don't know any. I know the only spells I know are all like I know the light spell, prestidigitation, jump, long strider, and shield. Those are the only spells I know.
yeah, you're basically just a fighter who spent some of that training time getting tutored by the equivalent of like the wizard's apprentice. Like the person learning magic taught you magic for the purposes of learning how to teach magic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're not doing anything crazy complex there. It's you're nothing you need to be worried about.
All right. Well, Standing outside the front of the temple, what do we observe for the regular donation that seems to be the most common price tag?
Oh, they operate on a. It would effectively be. I fucking tapped out of that for some fucking reason. I forgot what it is. Give me a moment to find it again. All right, it is 10 gold per person per day.
20 gold?
Yeah, it'd be 20 gold for you and Intervin for the whole day.
Okay. I'll take it out of my personal funds.
Alrighty.
Alright, we go on a book hunt. Is there a curator of some kind?
Yes, actually.
Excellent. That'll
The
probably narrow our search
acolytes,
parameters.
yeah, the acolytes of the library, like half of their job is the indexing, cataloging, and preservation of the works in here.
Alright. Well, I will pull out, when I'm talking to one of them, just the Extra Quest Volume 2, and ask them if they have any other volumes of this poetic epic.
Yeah, the acolyte, he thinks about it for a second, kind of pivots. Row 10, second floor, third shelf, about 7 feet down on your right.
Alright. Thank him for his time, and I guess we'll head there.
You did buy
That's a...
blank books to bring, right?
Yeah, I assumed. I assumed you wanted them here post-haste. So, yeah, we just ran through market on the way here.
Okay.
I'm assuming that wouldn't be that terribly hard to pick up, Gilbert?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard to actually acquire.
Alright.
The major limiting factor of the acquisition of books isn't the paper production. It's going to be like the labor process of getting all that,
Yeah.
writing it all down.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
copying.
Yeah, and I'm about to break their fuzzy little minds.
Well, I grabbed 3. That's I just threw 3 in my inventory.
Okay.
I didn't know how many we'd need, so I figured.
Well,
3 would
we know
probably
we would need at least
sufficient.
4. Because we're missing
Yeah, but
volumes
that's-
1, 3, 5, and 6.
That's depending on what volumes they have. They could have volumes 9, 1, and 6.
True.
I'm going with the assumption they don't have the full set. If I'm wrong, we'll just come back tomorrow.
You would be correct.
Alright, so we navigate our ways to...
Yeah. You get to that section of the shelving, and there are 2 scrolls, Volume 1 and Volume 8. Or books, I mean, 2 books.
Okay.
How many pages are these books?
Let's see, that would be... Each one would be about 50 pages.
Okay. So, with my magical abilities, it only requires me 2 minutes per spell level to transcribe spells into my spellbook using my magic quill, which doesn't require ink. So, if we assume that, in the old school version, Gilbert, a spell would take up a number of pages in your spellbook equal to its spell level. So this is essentially, if we're going off that, this is about 2 minutes for the quill to write a page.
Okay, yeah, so that's about right.
Right. So we're looking at, if these are 50-page books and they have 2 of them, we're looking at 200 minutes to basically transcribe both books into blank books. add in, say, 40 minutes worth of logistics, having to turn pages, reset the quill at the beginning of each page, that type of thing.
If anything, I'd
It'd
say
basically take
less
us.
time because you're just copying a regular book, not a spell. A spell is a little bit more intricate versus just straight up words.
Nope.
Okay.
Same conversion rate.
Well, I figured I'd,
Keeps it
throw
easy.
it out there. Yeah.
Trust me, I know of very few people who can handwrite a literal page of text for a decent sized page in less than 2 minutes. It's very difficult to physically move that fast.
No, I was saying, in the fact that we're not copying spells, that it would actually
Right.
be even easier.
So, Gilbert, are you okay with saying it would take, like, say, an hour per book then to copy?
I mean, what you've actually described is the rules by which I was going to run it anyways, so yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you remembered that I had this ability. Because that's unique to this specific ability.
I forgot you had it until you mentioned it. Then you mentioned it, I'm like, all right, I know what I'm doing. and then you said, it's like, oh, perfect, we're on the same page. Awesome.
Cool. I have a magic quill, Rurik, that basically doesn't require ink. And as I said, it requires 2 minutes per spell level to transcribe spells. But it can do mundane writing as well. But it doesn't specify a speed that it can do mundane writing. So that's why I was asking Gilbert for, if we say it's a page per spell level, therefore 2 minutes per page.
That makes sense now. All right.
He would make a great administrative bureaucrat.
Well, while he's fantasiaing his pen over there, I'll take a look around and see what other information I can find if any that Intervin wants to share for me to search while he's doing that.
I mean, if you find any magical books like spell books or things of that nature, that'd be great. Maps are always useful.
All right. Well, then those are my search keys. Magical books and maps. That makes sense, Gilbert?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right? Well, for the 2 hours that he's writing those books down, I'm going to be searching.
Yep. Give me a second. You wanted a map, so I got to fill in some empty spaces.
Nash
That's
is
fine.
looking for a pretty picture book.
Well, you didn't have to come with. It would have cost 10 gold for you to get in here, so you could just go screw around in the city, find some pretty ladies.
Oh man, excludes him from the field trip to the library. Man, some friends you got there.
Nash, do you want to come to the library or do you want to do something in town?
Well, I guess Nash will go to the bar and drink.
I mean, you can come to the library, just have to know so I can write the 10 gold off. It's no biggie.
I can't read anyway, so it's kind of pointless for me to go to a library.
I guess that makes sense. The fuck do I want to go there for? There's bars.
I mean, y'all would say go to the library, and Nash would be like, "Why? That just sounds."
Actually,
completely
Rook,
wrong."
you should probably knock off 20 more gold because I would have brought the apprentices to show them books and things like that.
Would they charge us for the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want, I can pay it out of my
These are
funds.
free. What kind of world is this?
A world where
the
children
Bronze
don't
Age?
get in free.
A bureaucratic Bronze Age? No, I can take it out of mine, Intervene. It's no problem.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, no. Warmaster Droom is probably among the most bureaucratic of rulers alive.
How can we make money without being a dick? Charge them for everything. I'm guessing the public wells have a price tag too.
No.
Well, then he's not a very good bureaucrat.
No. See, there's a reason for that. You don't fuck with people's water supply. They riot.
Oh, are you kidding me? Every time I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, I always put a price on the bathroom.
On the bathrooms, yes, but not on the drinks. You make the drinks free and then charge them to pee.
Well, I make
Oh.
the drinks cheap and charge them to pee. I don't make the drinks free. I make the add-ons free because that makes them really happy. Like it's the same price for a, just a lemonade or a lemonade with ice, sugar, lemon piece. It's the same price. And they can pick however much of those things they want. And the overhead cost difference per year is about 100 in-game credits per drink stand. That it costs more for the that free choice.
Yeah,
because not everybody always picks.
Yeah, the concessions were always stupid cheap.
Yeah, they were super easy to micromanage. And then you charge for the bathrooms, and your bathrooms make 600 to 800 credits a year.
Yeah, and you charge them, and if you want to be a real asshole, you charge them something weird like 3 or 4 cents or 7 cents and require exact change.
I always did 15.
Nah, you're too nice.
The game only lets you go. Game only lets you go multiple 5. Although
I don't remember that.
Dude, I did charge this is a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I think, where I did this the most.
I've heard about 1.
But I did charge $10 for the ATM.
Alrighty, so this is the map you're able to find.
All right, I'll bring that back to Intervin for him to transcribe on a blank sheet somewhere. And then I'd like to look for anything that's has the word magic somewhere in it, or any magic ritual explanation, magic theory books, stuff like that. Not I'm not going to find a spell scroll in here probably, and I'm not going to find spell books, but
Yeah, so you talk with one of the acolytes, and she's able to direct you to what boils down to like magic fundamentals and basic theory.
perfect.
But she
That's
does
what I want.
apologize and say that anything more complicated than that bare minimum apprentice type stuff is really only going to be found in a temple dedicated to one of the 2 arcane domain deities.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. So we're not going to find anything that's going to be helpful to the campaign, but if we can find a Magic for Dummies 101, that might be very useful for Underdark.
Yeah, because we can teach the apprentices magic with that.
Exactly. So I'll bring that book back to you as well. So we'll spend a little bit more time here transcribing.
All right, we spend an hour transcribing a copy of Magic for Dummies for the apprentices to keep and go over.
All right. That's all my books.
We have one more blank book. I'd like to approach the acolytes, because I assume they've noticed us transcribing these books, right?
They have?
Transcribing them supernaturally fast. And I'd like to go up to them and be like, all right, well, I do have a bit of time here. If your library is willing to pay for my time, I am willing to transcribe another book or 2 for the library. If they'd like an extra copy made of something.
You see the scribes look over at looks to be about 4 of them hunched over a couple of tomes in like a side alcove. You see one of them kind of grabbing a cramping hand. Yeah. Let's see what we could pull together. We're starting to get the hand cramps.
Sure. Like I said, I can probably spend a couple hours here doing this for you. What do we say? 50 gold a book.
Give me a persuasion check.
Does the magic quill give him advantage?
No, the magic quill does not give him advantage. It's not about the magic or the transcribing speed. It's about price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a negotiation.
You see one of the acolytes kind of mull it over. We can do 40.
Split the difference, 45?
Unfortunately, 40 is about as high as we're really authorized to be going.
All right, well, can't blame me for asking. 40 it is.
Alrighty. They hand over the money.
And I presume this is like after that hour and I hand over the book.
Alrighty.
What book did they have me transcribing? Because I would have had to read it in order to transcribe it. So, was it anything interesting?
The book that they had you transcribe is perhaps one of the single wordiest, most pedantic, dense, and dry tomes you have ever had the misfortune of reading.
Oh dear.
It covers in exhausting detail the 47 other rulers, kings, princes, and warlords that had previously controlled city-states in this area before the glorious arrival of the God King, Akhed-Ur.
So they had him transcribing the Book of Chronicles from the Bible.
No,
Just a list of names.
that is a genuinely more fun read than what Intervin has just had the misfortune of going
Alright.
through.
Real quick, which 2 volumes did we copy?
I think I said 1 and 8.
1 and 8? Okay. I knew 8, but I wasn't sure about the 1 or if it was. Thank you.
Well, they paid 40 gold for an hour of work. So, I'm not going to complain too much.
Yeah, you see some of the acolytes looking at what you printed to the original text.
Like, if there were notes
Damn.
made in the margin, I would have copied those as well in the same handwriting. The best part is, I get to choose the color of the ink. So it's going to be like that, like, mid-range blue that you can't photocopy. All the copies I make are in that color.
All right, yeah. There are a couple of doodles. One of which is a coffee stain, which I assume that means you do a really good shading of a coffee stain.
No, just hash marks, like pen art.
Yeah. You do the drawing shorthand for a stain, and then there's a dick doodle on one of the pages. Another one is a snail fighting a dude on a chariot. That type of stuff.
Would they be
Of course.
interested in my copy of Magic Tea?
They would not. They already have copies of it.
Alright, worth a shot.
It took me a second to think about what that one was.
Would they be interested in copies of the Epic that they don't have volumes of?
Yes.
Well, how much are they willing to pay for a copy? Intervin would have to copy it.
40 gold.
Well, that's 3 more hours, right? That would be pretty much the day. Hey, what did you guys do in D today? We spent 8 hours copying books.
At the library.
Yeah. I'm that was like watching the library. They've got a team of people copying these books, and it takes like a month. And I do like a book per hour.
Yeah, that team who is having to get through this horrific, dense slog of a book. Yeah, they're really happy. They get to do other shit today.
I'm sure.
So, Indraman, are you writing down that 120, or you want me to?
I'm gonna hold on to 60 of it.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll find
Well, I mean,
something to spend it on.
that puts me at more than I came in here with. Including the 40 gold spent on the kids and us to get in.
Yeah.
We went to the library and made money.
I mean, that was like being a scribe was an honest profession back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You could make real money simply by having good penmanship and the ability to read. It opened many doors.
I'm guessing you took the copy of the Magic for Dummies.
Yeah, I'll put it on my inventory. Technically, The Apprentice, I have it.
Yep. But that's all the blank books that I brought, so perfect.
Wait, is it Apprentices or Apprentice?
I think it's apprentices. It might be apprentice depending on the native route that you go with.
I don't know. I like going with Apprentice. It sounds like Underdark and I are both suffering from 40k languageitis.
It is a French origin word, so apprenti might make more sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could go either way then, technically.
The Apprenti.
All right. Well, I have expanded my volume, and that tells us that there are more. In these volumes, while he was transcribing them, was there an index in any of them indicating how many total there are?
Yes. Volume 1 does contain the index.
Aha!
There are 20 volumes.
Fuck yeah! The endless side quest that I have invented on my own. Acquire all of the books.
I mean, it's intentional that there's 20 of them. I very deliberately created a classic RPG collect all the things.
Like those stupid, what is it, the statues in Skyrim? That nobody ever fucking gets all 25 of them or whatever.
Yeah, there's that gem, yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
gems,
that
that's
stupid quest.
Yeah, this is what
Exactly.
these books are, Underdark. This is what these books are. And I am going to find all of them. But I think our trip to the Vatican City will yield a couple copies of different ones as well. But now we have a bigger map, so that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we'll take our long rest and spend our... Was I doing a gold a day or 2 gold a day for lodging?
A
Do you
gold
need to...
per person per day.
A gold? Okay. Do you need any spell stuff? We got 2,300 party fund.
Well, how much are our scrolls again?
Gilbert, first level scrolls? And second level scrolls?
Um, let me double check what that was. I think it's running like the regular selling and buying price. Isn't that like a 100 for first level and 350 for second? There was a table, wasn't there?
I did have a
No,
table,
we're looking for
yes.
scrolls. I don't think a table will fit on the cart.
Uh, here's the table I was using for my Friday group.
I'm gonna be honest. There's always a thing with some of the stuff where I can never quite be certain if I'm thinking of the actual like in-game rules or what you have ruled in the past, Underdark.
So this is what I've ruled in the past. I don't believe it's first level scrolls. Common potions for healing potions. Potions of healing are listed in the PHB. All the other common potions are not. Uncommon potions are not. Scrolls are not.
Oh, really? There wasn't a thing for like buying and selling magic items of certain rarities?
Not in the PHB. There is some stuff about that in Xanathar's, but that's a downtime activity at DM's discretion.
God damn it! My bookshelf is just out of reach for my wheelie chair. Like I could do it, but it's gonna take my headphones right out of the jack.
That's why I like wireless. 'Cause I'm in my living room playing with my cat right now.
Well,
Now I'm back.
all right, yeah. The party's like 100 gold. I could throw it up at a scroll, right?
Oh yeah, easily. I have 2,300 right now. Figured we'll need probably if we're gonna do the charter route, we'll probably need about 1,500 probably for that.
For a rowboat?
Well, we're gonna need more than a rowboat.
Isn't Nash a Marine? Can't he just take us on a rowboat?
We're going pretty far. I mean, we're gonna go across the inlet from north to south to get to that ruined structure that was surrounded by sharks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if we can spare 100 gold out of the party funds, plus the 100 gold I have, I'm buying 2 first level scrolls.
You can take 200 from the party funds. That's fine.
Oh, all right. If we can afford it.
Yeah, we have 2,300 gold. So now 2,100 gold.
Okie dokie.
I mean, we did just get 1,000 gold as payment, so. And we made 500 on top of that from selling all of the knickknacks.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with the easier set of rules that Underdark has posted.
That works. Do we want to pick up any potions then while we're visiting the market?
I have all the potions I want.
Nash, is there any first or common or uncommon potions you want?
Potion of giant strength.
Doable.
Any of those attack-based potions would be fine for Nash.
Well, here is the. If you wanted to look, Nash, here's the list of everything available. You know, sub anything the DM says, no, not that.
I mean, I can see a couple of them. Potion of giant strength, potion of fire breath.
You guys go over this. I'm gonna hit the restroom.
I don't know about the resistance potions. I won't have time for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but giant strength and fire breath would, yeah. Especially fire breath, a barbarian breathing fire. That's just me.
All right.
It would give you an AoE, for sure.
And probably some healing potions, you know. We probably need some of those.
How many do you have on you right now? You should
I
have some.
don't have any yet.
He might have used them.
I believe I did in the last fight.
Okay.
Because I've still got my 2. So yeah, we could probably pick up a couple. Those should only be 50 gold though, if we go by PHP price.
Yeah, so 700 gold for Nash to restock his potions and pick up a couple of new ones.
All right.
So,
I mean, that still leaves us with
yeah, that'd be
1,000 gold,
2 potions
so.
of healing, a potion of fire breath, and a potion of hill giant strength.
Yep. Yeah, that still leaves us at 1,400. So, not including what you and I are carrying around.
Not much actually. I spend most of my gold. I tend to do things like buy scrolls.
Did you hear me when I said that I was paying with party funds for all the 200?
I heard you.
So you still have some?
I have 100 gold.
Yeah, I have 130. Do you have any silver and copper on you or no?
I have, so my whole purse is 4 copper pieces, 1 electrum pieces, and 111 gold. And that's it.
All right. Well, take like 100 silver for bribing. I'll take that out, just 10 gold out of party fund.
All right.
I'll be really annoying. I'll be really annoying to myself and just take 1 platinum piece for that. Because I had all like perfect even numbers. But yeah, I'll just throw 100 because I like to carry silver around for bribes. Like that's like so valuable to have on your person. Not having to give up gold for bribes if you can get away with a couple of silver pieces.
Would they be able to enchant weapons?
Probably not.
Yeah, they didn't even have a magic library. That being said, I do know the spell magic weapon if it comes down to it.
Well,
so at least for a fight.
Moon touched on my sword that way it provides light and I can use it as a magic weapon. And it's a common enchantment.
Hey, kitten.
How's it going?
Good. How's yourself? We're just doing a little bit of shopping.
Surprisingly good, you know.
Yeah, for a common enchantment, that's not bad at all.
So anyone buy anything interesting?
We made some money at the library.
Yeah, it turns out the library will pay me 40 gold per hour to transcribe books for them.
Well, you spend 8 hours there, you're doing good.
Well, some of that was transcribing stuff for our use. So I only made, I think, what we said, 2-3 hours there?
240. We transcribed 4 books for them.
Right, yeah.
The one that they were doing, and then the 3 copies of the epic that I have. So we copied 240 gold worth of books.
Yeah, so basically half the day was spent on copying stuff for us, and then the other 4 hours we copied library stuff and got paid for it.
Cool.
And the
Part of it.
And the scribe adepts that they have, they know Intervin now, and they're all pretty pleased because he took the most horrific slog of a book off their hands, and they got to do other fun shit.
Oh, I could have totally taken advantage of that and gambled. I didn't even think of that. Oh, we don't have to work today? Oh, let's gamble with the new guy that, brought the cool scribe guy with him. Make a few bucks off of him. But anyway, so that's pretty much a majority of our day is just in the library transcribing books and picking up shit and...
Yeah, I bought and then transcribed 2 spell scrolls.
You're going to need a second spell book at this point.
Fortunately, 5e spellbooks don't have a limit.
Oh. I still think it's more amusing if you have the 50-page limit.
Well, realistically, what I'm doing, because I'm a scribe, is I just unbind the book temporarily, throw more pages in, and rebind it up. So it's just getting, as it gets on, it's just getting thicker and thicker, and eventually it's going to be one of those, dictionary-sized books.
Just hundreds of pages thick.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's this you're doing this to?
We're just joking around as a because I'm a they got like that scribe background, and so my spell book, I was saying like theoretically it would get filled up eventually, but since I'm a scribe, I can just like take the book apart, add more pages to it, and rebind it.
So you have an infinite spell book.
Well, 5e already covers infinite spellbooks. I was saying it'd be more amusing for a wizard to have the 50-page limit, and each spell level taking up 1 page per level. So, if you have 2 or 3 ninth level spells, that's pretty much a whole book.
I swear that actually used to be a thing.
It did. In older editions, it did.
Yeah, the level of spells showed how many pages was in the book.
Oh no. I mean the number of pages your book had.
Yeah, they had 50 pages by default in older editions, and a spell took up 1 page per level.
Yeah.
And so you would eventually need to have multiple spell books if you were a high level wizard.
Yeah.
I suppose the upside is if you ever lost the book,
You only lost.
That's not
But
so much an
anyway.
issue with me, but yeah.
Recopy pasta to a new book. All right. So, what do you go down for the night?
Yep.
Anything exciting happen, Gilbert?
Let's see. No, nothing exciting happens during your night.
All right. Then we head north.
Overland or by sea?
Overland.
Alrighty, so that's 1, 2, 3. All right, yeah. So most of your day of travel goes by as you leave the northern gate of Urkaresh, traveling through the various farmlands and tributary waterways that feed into the main river, until eventually, towards the end of the day, you kind of stop in at, I'd hesitate to call it a town, more of the Bronze Age equivalent of a fortified road stop, sitting at a 3-way intersection. You can see a, gathering of merchants of many sorts, kind of each set of these roads, with guards nearby, and look to be scribes and officials surveying goods.
I mean, other than the fact that we look like adventurers, we probably look like merchants too, because we got a cart full of fucking barrels.
Yep.
What are the purposes of the barrels? Personal use.
Actually, that does come up. You see one of the scribe adepts as you're kind of walking by, kind of approach. All right, do you have anything that you need to declare?
I mean, what define declare? There, I'll share with you.
Is anything you're transporting here going to be resold at a later site?
Nope.
Nope. I've already sold it all.
Alrighty. You see the scribe adept kind of look over all your stuff.
I still don't have a weight for that net.
All right, if this is all personal goods, everything appears to be in order.
Oh shoot, I forgot to fill the water barrels. I gotta change that, but something we would have done before we left town.
And just remember, smuggling is a crime. All right, have a great day.
I'd mutter under my breath, only if you get caught. I mean, I do it comfortably knowing we're not actually smuggling anything, but considering Rurik's background,
Yeah, basically,
that would be his instinctual response to that statement.
yeah, basically the entire purpose of this site is because of the crossroads and where it's positioned, this fortified site is used as effectively a camp and resting space before people travel, either upriver over towards Lalesh or down towards Urkeresh, just as a fortification against some of the most dangerous wildlife or other shit that could be moving around. It's
How many
also
people are
used as a tax auditing location.
Yeah, how many people are here?
There is let's see, looks like a guard population and official population of probably around 70 people. And then with all the merchants in there, this location probably has around 400 people.
Oh, so there's a decent fair bit of hustle and bustle going on.
Oh yeah.
So there's an inn or something that we can stay at. It's not just pitch your own tent kind of setup. Like they have structures and.
It is pitch your own tent. There's just more of a fortification setup. We're talking palisade type thing.
Oh, okay. So the guards have their own barracks and stuff, and there might be a couple of smaller structures for the like you said, 70 populace that are here for the scribing and all the taxation bullshit and stuff. But there's no real inn or bar.
No like complete structures. There is a equivalent of a bar, but it's just a yurt that's been set up.
Well, I'll spend my evening there gambling.
Oh, okay. So you want to spend the rest of the day here because you could still get a little more travel out if you wanted to.
I mean, how many days travel is it to Lalesh? Is this like the halfway point? So it's less than a day each way?
This is a little more than so it's kind of one of those situations where it's kind of at an odd number point, but it's at the crossroads. So from Lalesh would be basically if you were to stay here for the night and then leave for Lalesh tomorrow, you would be arriving at Lalesh around like 4 or 5 o'clock.
I mean, I don't see any reason to pitch our tent somewhere else unless we're in a hurry to get to Lalesh.
Not really.
Then let's gamble. Let the kids play with the other kids and all that fun stuff.
Alrighty. Gambling. Pretty sure I saw the rules for that.
And also, while I'm gambling, I'll be looking for marks too, naturally.
Let's see. If I'm recalling, gambling was what? An intimidation, an insight, and a deception check?
That's what I remember. That sound right to you, Under?
Insight, intimidation, sleight of hand. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, yeah. So if you're gambling, you give me those 3.
All right. Does anybody else want to gamble?
Nah. Not very good
Nash?
at it.
I mean, I have a 0 deception.
Also, how much money are you betting?
40 gold.
All
Well, if that seems too high, then I'd lower my stake. Like, if people are walking away from the table because somebody's gambling with that much money, then I'd lower my stake. I'm
No.
gambling. I'm using my
No,
mastermind
40,
to.
40 is good.
Okay. All right. First, we'll do deception because that's easy.
Yeah, it looks like here the minimum is 10 and the maximum is 1,000.
Who's putting up 1,000? I'm gonna keep an eye on that mark.
No, I'm saying that's the rules.
Oh,
Like that's the maximum.
well, it would vary by locale. Like, gambling in a populace of 400, you're either going to have a bunch of whales or a bunch of low budget. You're not going to have a mix.
I know. Keep rolling.
That's why I said if 40 gold seems too rich, then I would lower my bet before. I would use the mastermind ability to walk around and pick up.
You're good.
Okay.
40 is fine.
That's my deception. I got a 10. And then insight and sleight of hand.
Oh, you're cheating?
Well, naturally.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do insight sleight of hand.
Okay. Terrible insight. But hopefully I get a good sleight of hand roll. I got a reasonable sleight of hand roll. Overall, horrible rolls, but what can I do?
So, yeah, it's not a hot night for you. You don't get caught, cheating, but you didn't cheat very well, and you lose half the money you bet. You lost 20 gold.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's the gambling for the night.
He was too focused on trying to cheat that he failed to notice everyone else was cheating better.
Well, I would have noticed them cheating. I just didn't read their bluffs with my insight of 8.
Yeah,
I would
he's
see anybody cheating at the table. That's not the issue. It's the fact that they outbluffed me.
Yeah, it's this weird game of cards where absolutely everyone here is cheating. Everyone knows everyone else is cheating, and it somehow results in fair play.
Yeah, it's called Liar's Dice. But yeah, I would be playing. Oh, actually, I take that back. I should be adding proficiency because I would be playing dice. I forgot to mention that. That is the game set that I am proficient with in terms of gambling, anyway. So that would be another +2 on everything, but that wouldn't change too much, I don't think.
So
And
it's
already
12, a 10, and a 14.
Yeah, and it's not that much that it would matter retconning it that much. So I'm fine with what happened. But for next time, I'll try to remember the fact that I'm proficient playing dice, so I should add +2. Yep.
Alrighty. Anyone else do anything for the eve?
No.
Well, you got the magic for dummies. You can go over it with the kids.
Yeah, I am, but I do that every night. It's just like part of the background is I'm just training these people.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're gonna turn into such monsters.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty.
Right. Morning comes, we set out.
Indeed, morning does come. You guys set out for a shawl. Wait, a shawl. Hold on.
No.
Lalesh. What was a shawl?
The city that burned down.
The small farming village that had no population.
That's a shawl. I'm trying to. Oh, here's Ishal. Okay.
I heard you say Ishal. Or I heard you say Ushal, so I was like, that's the one that's got no people in it.
Yeah, no. There's also Ishal, which is Ishal. I'm gonna have to change that one to avoid confusion. All right, yeah.
Just throw a T in front of it.
But yeah, you guys travel along the road, cross over the river, and by about 4 o'clock that evening, you reach Lalesh. You can see this city of about, what were they?
1,000. 10 or 12 or something like that.
Lalesh. It's a rather large, I shouldn't even say large, it's a small city, 29,000 people. More of those beehive-shaped adobe huts.
Well, I mean, we're really just passing through,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
You
we'll
see
spend some
people
time here.
moving around. It does not appear like the entire population of 29,000 has been disappeared.
Well, that's good. Any signs of combat, or not really? Like the walls look intact. There's no scorch marks on them
This is
that are
not a
recent.
walled city.
Ah, well, any scorch marks on the exterior structures that appear recent?
There is a scorch mark on one exterior structure, but you can also see there's a novice mage over there.
Well,
He
intervene.
is he is
You
currently
want to grow
being
your school?
chased by some of his neighbors.
Well, intervene. Do you want to grow your school? I see a potential apprentice right there.
Are we close by, like in shouting distance?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Hello, fellow magic user!
Yeah, you just hear him go ah as he keeps running. His neighbor's throwing mud at him.
What? This is a very strange local training custom. I'm intrigued what you are trying to learn by having the local peasantry throw mud at you.
As he kind of runs by the car. I'm not training. They don't like I burned down the stand. And he just hauls ass past you.
Oh, hold on. Mistakes happen while you're learning magic. What exactly? I like try to fly down one of the peasants as they're running past. Like what exactly did that mage do?
Oh, he burnt down a kebab stand.
Oh shit! Was anybody hurt?
No.
Why was he practicing weird, unstable magics in the middle of town?
Well, from what the kebab stand owner told me, he thought, oh, I got magic. I can cook the kebabs faster, and then lit the whole damn thing on fire.
So what you're saying, it wasn't that he failed at cooking the kebabs faster so much as he cooked it too fast and cooked everything else along with it.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds like a moron.
And I suppose you're trying to run him out of the village as a result?
Oh, no, we're just gonna, I don't know, chase him down, throw mud at him. I don't know. Kick his butt.
Does this happen often?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. About 2 months ago, he thought he came up with a great way to get stains out of clothes. Lit those on fire, too.
I'm beginning to sense a trend here.
Sounds like a perfect apprentice for you, intervene.
Why do you think we're chasing him down? He keeps fucking lighting shit on fire.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Intervin, an adventuring mage, and these are my compatriots. Perhaps the town might be able to convince this mage to join us as a novice along with us to learn magic elsewhere.
And I'll add an emphasis on the adventuring part.
If not, I can always stab him.
I could just see Natch like sitting in the back of the cart saying that.
This peasant looks at you. Oh, shit. Look. We don't have anything against you magic types, but, can you stop teaching people magic? It
It's not the
just
problem
seems
of
to make
teaching
us
them
problems
magic, it's
around
teaching them
here,
magic
but-
incorrectly.
Well, the short answer is no, I'm not going to stop teaching people magic. The long answer is I'm a little more disciplined and learned than the child you were chasing with mud. You see, I teach people how to do the risky magic outside of populated areas, so as not to burn down random kebab stands.
Huh.
Hence my offer of, perhaps you should try to convince your wayward wizard there to join up with us.
Wayward wizard.
Well, not really our call. And frankly, I don't really care.
Well, you want him to stop burning stuff down in the village, right?
I guess.
So you don't care if he burns stuff down in the village? I'm not sure what you're guessing
Oh,
at here.
no. I care that he burns stuff down in the village. I don't care what you do.
Ah,
good.
but that's
He's
the
dead.
point.
Well, let's go kill him.
If you convince him, and I'm saying convince i.e. tell him that to join up with us or you're going to keep hitting him with mud. That's the type of implication of convince there. To join us, and when we leave town, he comes with us. And therefore stops burning stuff down.
Maybe they just like throwing mud at them.
I mean, there's that too, but, we could always use some additional magic cannon fodder, right?
Why? We have the kids.
Yeah,
But they're not cannon fodder yet.
The cat's not half wrong. We do like throwing mud at him.
I'm
Well,
gonna throw something at
you
him.
do you.
I'll throw something at him. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't know. Back to what I was doing. Kind of looks over at the group that's already gotten a pretty good distance away. Yeah, I'm gonna go back about my day.
Alrighty.
Nice seeing you guys. Don't burn anything down. You see him walk back into town.
Only if it tries to burn me down first.
So we killing a wizard?
No.
Sounds
Why
he
kill him when
comes
we
up
can
kind of
train
trouble.
him?
Burn down some stuff and hurt some people. Sounds like he's got to die. I mean,
What? No. It sounds like he's just wayward on his path.
Nash, you're thinking about this the wrong way. We have a wizard who doesn't know how to control their powers. Right? It has hurt.
okay.
So if we end up in a situation where we know that there will be a room full of enemies that we want hurt, we just kind of point him into the room and close the door.
Yeah, cannon fodder.
Exactly.
More like a person-shaped grenade.
So I say we spend the afternoon trying to find this wayward wizard. He ran right past the cart, so I would have gotten a very good look at him, and with observant, I'd be able to remember his face very clearly. And his outfit, not covered in mud. So yes, we seek out this wayward wizard.
Yeah, it's not exactly hard. You can see at this point he has scaled a small riverside kind of palm-like tree. Dates the trees that dates come off, that type of thing. And you can see the villagers are still like throwing mud up at him.
Well, let's turn this bus around and go recruiting.
Well, like we can just sit here and watch, like maybe he has other magical skills that he will uncover as he's cowering in the top of a tree with mud being hucked at him. Does this mud look like it's particularly dangerous, like it might actually hurt him? Or is it just a village of people venting their frustration?
It's like actual just mud.
All right, we can observe.
Yeah, like when Rorik moves in arena, they're like, no. He's a unlearned wizard. He needs to learn his lesson. Burning down kebab stands, especially if they're particularly good kebabs, in the middle of a village is a bad idea and will anger villagers.
They were the best kebabs in the village. All right, yeah.
Bob's in the village.
Yeah, this goes on for maybe like 10 more minutes, and the villagers, get tired. I'll show you. Burning down the best kebab stand as they all trundle back into town.
Is he just human?
No, this one is a halfling.
Ah, even better.
How old does he appear to be?
Let's see. That would be about middle age.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so halfling terms, he's probably about like, yeah, what they lived like 120, so he's probably 60.
Oh, he's a little behind the curve.
Hello there.
Hello. You appear to have angered your fellow townspeople. Something about a kebab stand.
Oh yeah, you heard about that? Yeah, I thought I could cook the kebabs better. I mean, I cooked them, and the stand. How are you all doing?
Oh, we're doing good. We're adventurers that were passing through town, and well, you ran right past us. So color us intrigued.
Oh yeah, it's you guys.
How much magic do you know?
Oh, not much. I only started dabbling it a little while ago. Found a couple of old I found an old book. I read it, figured, oh wow, that'll really make doing some of the chores around the farm easier. Mostly I can dig holes and light things on fire.
Is there any part of the farm still standing?
Ah, there's the barn
The
I
barn
take it-
survived?
and the hovel. But the fencing's gone.
So the fencing was your chores.
Yeah, I figured I could mend the fence, and then I lit the fence on fire.
Isn't mend a different spell than firebolt? Right, Intervin?
Yes, it is. But when novices are first starting, accidents do happen, especially if they don't have someone to help guide them. So you're attempting to self-teach yourself wizardry via an old book you found.
Oh, I don't know if I'd call it teaching myself wizardry. It's, you know, it's just I think they if I read this right, it's called a catnip. Yeah, right here, teaching how to catnips. IOI.
I think
Yeah,
it
we
means
can't.
cantrip.
What it says.
You want to see? Tosses you this old beat up tome.
Yes, I would like to see. And I leaf through the book.
So it reads Cantrips 101, and the ink is badly faded. And whoever wrote this either wasn't very versed in common or was intentionally trying to teach people poorly. There are some aggressive spelling mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It
And some
actually
of the
does say
basic
catnip.
magical information is there's a couple of like sigils there that you look at. It could be any number of like 5 different things.
Well, yeah, I hand him back the book. Well, this is magic. However, it's not particularly good. I would not recommend trying to learn wizardry through such a book. It is liable to lead to incidents.
You don't say.
Gilbert, as like an insight check, would I be able to tell, like, is this guy just particularly stupid, or
Just bad luck with the book.
yeah? Like, can I like make like an insight? Like, how intelligent is this guy?
Yeah, give me an insight check. Yeah, he seems like he's probably just like, average halfling intelligence. Hit that midlife crisis, and he's trying to learn something new.
I'll tell you what. What's your name, by the way?
Oh, my name's Morbin.
Well, Morbin, I do happen to be a wizard of some modest skill. And I had previously taken, and I have, a couple of apprenti with me. If you're willing to pay for it, it's a modest cost just to cover more of my time to make it. I can make you a copy of the basic magic primer that my apprenti are using that you might find more useful and more stable long term than your current primer.
Oh, how much will this cost?
Cheaper than the alternative.
Well, I was thinking along the lines of 50 gold for a copy.
Oh boy, yeah, no, that's a bit too rich for my blood. I just farm over yonder.
I see. Well, in the interest of public safety, let it not be said that I'm, indifferent to that. How much could you afford?
Kind of see him.
Yes, you make it something.
Kind of rummages through his knapsack. Let's see here. Bit of pocket lint, a couple copper pieces. I got 5 gold and 2 electrum. And some copper.
Well, how about we say that it will cost 5 gold and I'll count it as my good deed for the day.
Alrighty, works for me. See him scurry down from the date tree. Hold out the 5 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I take the 5 gold, and I have some like sheets of parchment here, and I basically copy out the relevant parts of Magic for Dummies. How to cantrip without blowing yourself or anybody else up. I skip like the boring, more academic stuff since he's obviously not going to be up to speed on that, and focus more on the how not to kill people or yourself with stupid magical things. Like how basically here is mending and prestidigitation and let's say mold earth cantrip examples, and how to cast without fucking it up. So it probably takes 2 or 3 sheets of parchment.
Excellent. With all the arcane theory components removed. That way he can't figure out a way to extrapolate that into something dangerous.
Exactly. This is a very practical, farmer's almanac to magic. It probably
The cliff
only
notes
takes
of
me.
magic.
Yeah, but it's like 3 sheets of parchment. It probably only takes me like 10 minutes to copy this out.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Can we
And-
just take that out of the party paper?
Oh, I've got paper.
Well, we have 25 in the party too, so
All right, we'll use your paper then.
yeah,
In
there's
all
plenty of paper.
likelihood, Intervin's probably the single largest mobile deposit of paper in this part of the world.
I've got paper. But yeah, we can use party paper. That's fine.
I mean,
I'm a
other than
scribe.
fireworks,
I
we don't have
hoard.
much use for it.
I'm
It's
a
pretty much there for
scribe.
you.
I hoard my paper. So
Well, do you want to take? I mean, it doesn't weigh much of anything. You want to take the other 22 sheets and just throw them in your inventory so they're all tracked to one spot?
sure.
All right. It's one less line I have to keep track of.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I hand over the 3 sheaves. I take the 5 gold, and I wish him the best of luck. And I strongly recommend he not that practicing on his farm, especially in the autumn after the harvest, where you can't really do any damage, is like a perfect time to do it. Same with the winter. Stay away from buildings, especially if you want those buildings to remain standing.
All right. Yeah, he thanks you for this, and then scurries off back to his farm.
Hey, we
Great.
made 5 gold at the cost of 1 gold.
Basically, yes. Yeah, I wasn't going to do a whole book not for 5 gold. That would be losing money on that.
Oh, for sure. We're not that kind.
Well, I'm not. I would just as soon kill him and take it at that point. Call
Yeah.
that my good deed. Save the
That's what
town.
Nash is for. Yep.
Save
that's
the
what
town
Nash
from
is
a
for.
rogue hedge wizard that was trying to burn it down unsuccessfully.
The party takes every real opportunity to be evil, and then spins all these things as like saving the community from dire threats.
Uh huh.
Exactly.
100 years from now, they'll remember this guy as what did I name him?
You named
I
him.
forgot already. I didn't write it down because he did not seem to be apprentice material.
Indeed. Yeah. Like I had to. I wasn't expecting you guys to pursue him. This was like one of those like random, town event type things. Oh right, they're actually chasing him. Oh okay.
Yeah, that's why I did it, because I knew it was for you. It was just like, oh yeah, there's a random scorch mark over here, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna pursue the shit out of this.
Well, you see, I'm not a necromancer, so I can't have a horde of undead. But that doesn't mean I can't have a school of apprenti that I lead
That
into
was
battle.
my thought. That was my thought. I was like, hey, a novice magic user. Maybe we could add it to the collection of Intervin's School of Magic.
Gaggle of like 6-year-olds comes pouring over like a grassy knoll, holding out finger guns, shooting firebolt.
Hey, man.
You
10
laugh,
copies of
but the
Firebolt is pretty powerful.
average firebolt will one-shot a commoner. So, I get, 15, 20 kids that learn firebolt and we charge over a hill launching them against the peasant levy. That'd be pretty damn effective.
I mean, it's not going to stop us from hitting up the orphanage.
Oh yeah, because orphanages totally existed in the Bronze Age.
Well, not an orphanage, but there's definitely probably some street riffraff we could rummage through.
Alrighty, but yeah. So you guys are here, towards the shore, underneath a date tree.
Oh, hey, I assume when they were throwing mud, so there were like little rocks and stuff in the mud occasionally. By like skinned his knees or something getting up the tree.
Yeah.
Is there any blood samples of his blood on the tree? Or easily available?
Yeah. It looks like there's a part where like he got his knee on a section of the tree. There's not a lot of blood.
Right, well, I'll scrape that into a vial.
You know you had to fill the vial, right?
Oh. No, I did not know I had to fill the vial.
Yeah, it's got to be a vial of blood, not a vial with a drop of blood.
What time of year is it? You said it's like fall?
No.
Okay, then I
No, I was recommending him to focus most of his magical efforts in the autumn and the winter when there's a lot
that's
less.
what I heard.
That way he can do it in his fields, and there's a lot less chance of him damaging anything that's worthwhile.
Yeah, right now is currently about like middle late spring, where the mountain snow has melted, floods the rivers.
Oh, okay. So
Actually,
the date trees would just beginning to bear fruit.
Yep. Actually, that's why if you look up north, there's that big swamp section, marsh section. A lot of those are because the runoff has caused those areas to get extra pooling stagnant water that people aren't currently living in.
Okay. No, I was more interested in the date tree.
Oh yeah, no, it's starting to bear fruit.
Yeah. This is on the edge of town.
Yeah.
Just a natural date tree on the edge of the road, not in a field or anything.
Nope.
All right. No. How many dates can I get? Climbing gear. I'm going up and shaking.
Many dates. 60 dates. You have 60 dates now.
I was going to say how many pounds. A date tree can yield like 200-300 pounds of fruit. So
Okay, I'm gonna go with 50 pounds.
okay, 25 rations.
You're gonna get the shits. Dude, that is going to clear you out.
I didn't say we're going to eat them all at once.
Alrighty.
Hey man, food is food. As soon as you said date tree, I was like, there's some rations there.
Alrighty. So yeah. You guys are here in town. It's at this point probably about 5 o'clock.
All right. Well, I think we should hit up the docks and start looking for a charter. We're going to be coming back for it, obviously, but seeing what's available.
Do we? Oh, it's called Shrine Isle. Yeah, we probably do need a boat to get out towards that swamp. It's marked on the map.
Yep. And then we'll also need it regardless for the one to the east.
I suppose while we're looking for a boat, we should probably also ask about Shrine Isle and what that's about. The locals probably know more.
Just ask one of the dockside dudes.
Well, we're probably like getting a room at the inn, right? We're going to be spending the night in Lilesh if it's already 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'd probably ask like the bartender.
Shrine Isle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just where what's the best way to put it? Effectively, that's where all of the major religious conclave stuff is held. Each deity maintains a temple in that area. That's where they have like oracles, that type of stuff. Paladins would also be trained at this site. It is effectively the only centralized religious institution in the entire area.
And they're sovereign, right, too?
Yes, they are, practically speaking, sovereign from everything else.
It's their equivalent to Vatican City in the world.
Sort of. The actual population is only about 500 people, the entirety of which is going to be the acolytes and clerics of the various temples.
I mean, that tracks with Vatican City.
Yeah, but Vatican City comes with more of a notion of political power than Shrine Isle possesses. But remember, the religions of this world and this area in particular don't really have particular doctrines yet.
Yeah. In all intents and purposes, the reason I'm saying Vatican City, it's just easier to think of it that way because it's the Bronze Age equivalent of Vatican City.
Honestly, I'd say it's probably got more in common with like a Shaolin temple or something.
That makes sense. Isolated, grow their own food,
Yep.
defend themselves in combat.
Yep.
But, when Intervin made that map, did he transfer the X's to it?
I would have, yeah.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to keep a map separate with the X's not on it.
Nah.
I mean, it wouldn't have taken that much to make a second copy that was clean, too. It's not like we're short on paper or time for the entire day we spent in the library. But anyway, yeah, so after getting a room at the inn, putting our bags up, getting a spot to park the cart, like to head to the docks and start looking for a charter. And then a price tag for all the shit we just did.
If we're going to the X, what do we need the charter for?
To get to the other X. Like I said, we don't need the X to go to the close, or the charter to go to the close one. We need the charter to go to the shark-infested one. So we can get there easier.
All right.
The one to the south, that one off on the
Yep.
room structure.
I got you now.
Like I said, I'm just price shopping right now to see what's available and get a rough ballpark because we might need more funds. I don't know what it's going to run to charter a ship or a small boat for the couple of days it'll take to go across the channel and back. And I'm sure if you ask the sailing people in the area, they'll know of the rune structure surrounded by large predatorial creatures. They probably sailed past it. But anyway,
yeah, you go asking about that stuff.
I'm not mentioning any of that. I'm just mentioning a charter.
Okay,
I'm not mentioning where we want to go yet.
I was gonna say, if you're talking about that southern one, yeah, their response is gonna be, oh yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to tell them where our destination is because we don't quite know where we're going. That was the reason I was asking about a clean copy of the map. If I can point in a map and say we kind of want to go in this area here, but we're not quite sure what we're looking for, they might bring it up, and that'll change the response. Whereas if I say I want to go to the decrepit-looking structure surrounded by sharks.
Okay, I see.
He wants to play down our knowledge.
Right. Version 1 milks them for knowledge. Version 2 gets them looking at you and going, fuck no.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was saying if I'm sure Intervin wouldn't have much issue making another copy of the map that was clean.
Nope.
Then I can use that as a navigational reference, like, hey, we're trying to get to here. Don't know what we're looking for, and go along with it from there. Now that all that's been cleared up.
Alrighty. Yeah, you're able to peruse around. It takes about an hour and a half before you find a ship that's willing to do this. Captain of which has just got regular tunic, pretty plainly dressed. All right, so what are you asking him?
Basic questions of, we're adventurers. We're trying to get to this area here, and how much it would cost for X number of days. He could tell me how long it would take to get there and back. Like, when I point at the map, I basically put my finger on that whole peninsula and say, like, this area of the jungle here. Not pointing specifically at where that structure is, if that makes sense. Like,
Right.
I'm being
Yeah,
as
you're
vague,
talking about
just
the jungle
general
further south.
area.
Yeah, he's gonna look at you and be like, I mean, I can sail you guys out there. It's gonna cost you though. Those jungles and those shores, hell, the water in between here and there could get pretty treacherous. A lot of stuff lives in those waters.
That was the idea of getting a charter. From what I've heard, these waters are quite fabulous for their fauna.
If by fabulous you mean dangerous and deadly, then yes, they're fabulous. Look, this is gonna cost you. This is gonna cost you. I'm not taking my men aren't gonna go down there without good compensation.
How many days would you say it would take to get there and back?
Kind of mulls it over in his head. Give me a second while I check the numbers. About 5 days there and back.
All right. About 100 gold a day. Up front. And then any subsequent days, pay as we go.
All right. We'll do it.
All right. When can your ship be ready? We have some things to take care of in the area, so we might need a few days.
Well, you have a few days you need to spend getting stuff done. I mean, you're paying up front. We'll be ready when you're ready.
All right. I'll hand him 500 or 50 platinum pieces.
All right, what are we doing? We taking the boat?
Counts it over. Alrighty. We'll be at your disposal.
Excellent. Well then, we should go check out that other location. Lastly, this is, back with the party, getting ready for our long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Another 10 gold for food and lodging for the day. I'm just going with a round number of 10. I know we only have a party of like 8, but we also have the horses and the cart and all that stuff, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are able to do so. As you guys come back to the inn, the innkeeper looks up at you guys. While you were gone, I got a message. Open-ended job request. Looks like this might be something up your guys' alley. Who are adventures after all?
Sure, what you got?
I don't know. I can't read it.
Ah. Well, hand it over.
Hands it over.
I read it.
Alrighty. It is a open request to any mercenaries or adventurer types in Lalesh to speak to Ishara by the east side gate leading out to the marsh in regards to a job in it.
Handy.
Yeah, we're heading in that direction.
Exactly. Well, we shall speak to them in the morning then, I think. Unless you want to talk to them right now. Get first dibs on the quest.
Yeah, let's talk to them now, just in case it does end up being time sensitive.
We seek this person out.
Alrighty. Yeah, you seek her out.
Sure.
Yeah, her. 1 second. Yeah. So you head over to the gates, and you can see waiting there, looking out at the marsh, a dark-haired woman wearing what looks like monk robes, with a pair of silver armbands embossed with the holy symbol of Charnum on them, looking out at the marsh. Kind of turns and greets you as you approach. Ah, good evening. I take
Good
it
evening.
you lot are adventurers?
We, in fact, are adventurers, and we received a copy of your message at the inn we were staying at. We came to get details.
Ah, excellent. Um, you want the long version or the short version?
How long is the long version?
Not terribly.
Let's go with that one then.
Alrighty. So, about a week ago, myself and some of the other clerics over at the Shrine Isle sent a small number of acolytes and a few paladins, squires, really, into the marsh, part of standard training. Acclimatizing them to some of the harsher aspects of life. They have unfortunately gone missing. They have well eclipsed the time we were expecting them to be out there. So, what we are looking to hire you to do is help me sweep the marsh for them.
It's a terribly cruel punishment, but it's been a while since I picked up a broom.
Punishment?
You'll have to excuse Rurik. He takes some things rather literally. Well, of course, we can assist you in looking through the swamp and see if we can come across any sign of your wayward acolytes. Being adventurers, however, there is a topic we need to discuss then, and that is that of compensation.
Of course, of course. The monasteries at the Shrine Isle are willing to pay 500 gold pieces for the service. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that depends specifically on the terms, I suppose. you're saying you'll pay us 500 gold to go out and look around, or 500 gold per head of person found for finding the group? I simply wish to be clear so that we don't have disagreements later on.
To find the group. Should you not be able to find them at all, we will pay half that amount for the inconvenience.
Fair enough. We are planning to head out into the marsh in the morning, so we will do our search then. Unless, of course, you think that there's some reason that they are in particular trouble and need rescue more urgently.
Given the general dangers of this marsh and how overdue they are, I am not holding out hope.
They're members of your order, correct?
They are.
Is there perhaps some holy symbol that they would all be carrying that might help to locate them? Or, at the very worst case, identify their bodies?
The acolytes themselves would all have a holy symbol like this. She gestures towards the silver armband, which the holy symbol of Charnum would be a silhouette of a humanoid with kind of arms held out in welcome.
Okay.
Does the armband look like it's made of solid silver? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Be a shame if they were all dead.
No, Rourke. She's not saying that each of the acolytes has one of these silver armbands, but that would be the symbol that they would have. Like, that's their deity.
Right, and I explained to her, no, I'm a wizard. There are spells to locate objects. If I have a good description of an object that they are known to be carrying, given the swamp is a rather depopulated area, as long as it's not something that's common that, for instance, my party would be carrying, such as a specific holy symbol, an item that is, it will allow us to increase our search range at a given point.
Ah, I see what you mean. Let's see, of their group. Given the swamp, yeah, probably searching for just a holy symbol of Charnum would be useful. Most what the paladins had was pretty standard equipment. My apologies. Squires would have been, I suppose the fanciest weapon they had was a bronze falx, a large inverted sickle-shaped blade.
Okay, that works. Well, then, as I said, in the morning, we will set out and attempt to locate them.
Excellent. I look forward to their safe return if they yet live.
Will you be in the city here, or will you be returning to the Isle?
I will be returning to the Shrine Isle tomorrow. So if you're able, simply head through the marsh and guide them back.
Then we will
Will
see
do.
you at the Isle.
She nods and walks towards the docks.
All right. So I think we take a long rest in town then.
Yep.
Alrighty. You guys take the rest. Next day begins.
Any problems during the rest?
Nope.
Cool.
Spent a bit of time looking for my brother before we set out. See if he passed through it all. Probably only take an hour to go through the seedy part of town and look for an outsider.
Yeah, you head through the seedy part of town. You don't see anyone matching your brother's description.
Well, asking around about an outsider. Like, not just visually looking for him, like, asking people, like, hey, seen a dwarf that doesn't fit in come through here?
Hold on 1 second. I got stuff going on my end.
No worries.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. What were you asking about?
Just asking around about a foreigner matching my brother's description, possibly coming through town. Hitting up all the spots that I'd expect him to go.
Persuasion check. Yeah, they got nothing for you.
All right, we'll set out.
All right, you guys head out into the marsh. God damn, I got too many tabs up. Okay. Yeah, you guys start stepping out into this festering marsh. Here's how you guys searching for them?
Zigzag grid pattern.
Well, I can send Dax, my familiar, up for aerial recon. Start looking for any signs of... Because it's still relatively early morning, correct?
Yes, there's still a healthy layer of fog along
So,
the ground.
specifically, I'm sending Dax up to look for smoke, like you would see rising from a campfire that somebody would be making if you were camping in a marsh like this.
Alrighty. You don't see anything like that. Like, he can spot it pretty, apparently. There is no morning smoke.
Okay. Well, is there a trail through the marsh between the city and the shrine aisle?
No, there is not a traditional trail.
Is there
It
an
was-
untraditional trail?
I mean, there's natural clearings and paths, but like that's what I mean. Like there's routes that you could take, like that are traversable. You're not just like slogging in knee deep mud the entire time. But no, there's no like pre-existing routes.
Well, we'll take the heaviest traveled trail then, and start there.
I mean, we could also make our way towards the X and see if we come across anything, out of the ordinary on the way.
Well, it's on the way.
Mhm.
Right in the middle, so
That's
right in
what
the
I mean.
middle of where we're going. So yeah, I mean, our goal is to get to the X. This is just a side quest that happens to be in correlation with our goal.
Right. Yeah, and I'm keeping Dax up in the air with instructions to let me know if he spots anything, that isn't just normal marsh fauna.
Alrighty. Alright, so give me whoever's kind of leading the party and is tracking them, give me a survival check.
Getting
I can give
You're our best survivalist right now.
with a 0.
I mean, I have a 2, I guess.
I mean, you can track and I can give assistance.
Nash, what's your
Survival?
survival?
+3.
All right, Nash is our survivalist then.
Okay.
And Kitten is helping.
I will help. I have proficiency in survival.
Oh no, you're doing the tracking.
Oh, who's helping?
Kitten
Me.
is.
Alrighty. So, you trundle along. It's about noon as you kind of navigate through this swamp. And you can see up ahead a section of flat ground, kind of raised out of the swamp a little bit, with what looks to be the remnants of a camping site. You can see a burned out fire and a couple of tents. I was holding push to talk, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking for a moment. All right. Is it based on the fire? How recently what used was this camp?
Survival check.
I can assist.
All right. Well, I would ask Colonel Nash then if that's a survival thing.
This looks like it's about 3 days old.
Can I investigate the camp, looking like through like the tents and things? Specifically trying to determine why, like, were they under some duress that they left? Is there evidence that like equipment was left behind? Were they kidnapped, etc.?
He activates Sherlock mode.
Basically.
Alrighty. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I can help.
I know the complete history of this camp.
Yes, actually. So, you go looking around here. There are 4 two-person tents. Backpacks and sleeping cots are still located around. What you'll also notice is that the ground is in a lot of places disturbed. Like, the best way I could describe it is with footprints and big old slopped piles of dried mud. Like you're poking around here, and it looks like all this mud that's been tossed around. You're not going to get this kind of grime built up on a camp in 3 days, even in a marsh. Like, there was definitely some kind of altercation here involving large quantities of mud. Additionally, you don't see any signs of humanoid foot traffic leaving the area. Just these big old circular, like, indentations.
I asked Nash if he recognizes what creature would have made such things. Was I holding push to talk for that?
I heard you.
I
Is
heard you.
Mr. here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you?
Are you looking at the footprints?
No, I'm not looking at the footprints. I can't find them.
No, you can find them. You just don't know what they're from. Just that that it looks like there's a couple of creatures and they're bipedal.
I had advantage. Still doing that.
Them is the brakes.
But it looks like there was definitely an altercation here.
Yes.
Any signs of bodies?
Or gear?
Yeah, there's still left behind gear, like I said earlier. Backpacks and bags are all there. And
I missed that, then
no,
I'm sorry.
not seeing any bodies.
Okay. What kind of gear was left behind?
Yeah, I start rummaging.
Is it blood soaked?
No.
Looks like they took their kits off and disappeared into the woods.
So there are 3 explorers packs,
Not a bad grab.
a priest pack, and 2 dungeoneer packs.
Ooh. Don't tempt me with more ball bearings.
I'm the DM. I do what I want.
Well, bring the packs along. If we find these guys, they might want them back. Speaking of, Nash, even if we don't know what they are you able to tell what direction they headed off in?
Nash?
Kid. Hello?
Hello.
I
Guess
hear
we're all
you.
gonna die now. Explorer packs 3, Priest pack 1, Dungeoneer pack 2.
Yes.
Well, Rurik, are you able to tell what direction they're going?
I guess I'll take a look.
Survival check.
That way.
North by northeast.
All right. Okay, before we head out, I am going to cast a spell. It's a second level spell called Locate Object. Are there any... Well, first, before I do this, we look through the packs. Are there any of those holy symbols of Chiron that they have in their packs? Or Charis or...
Charnum.
Charnum.
It's Charname without the E, and the A in name is replaced with a U.
Okay.
Charnum.
I was just
Right.
scared. It's what happens when the new guy gets on the grill. He's charring them.
No, that's what happened to the kebab stand.
The kebab stand's charring them.
Yeah, he charred them.
You do find a single holy symbol with the priest pack.
Just one. All right, so he's not
Mhm.
wearing it. Do we find the weapons that they described? That the paladins were carrying?
You do not.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to cast Locate Object on that bronze phalanx.
That's 1,000 foot.
Yep, within 1,000 feet. If I name a generic object, it simply locates the nearest object of that particular kind.
You're getting a ping.
Where?
North by northeast.
How far?
863 feet.
Is it moving?
No.
Okay. I tell Dax to fly over there at high altitude and report back while we start moving that way. He can probably fly faster and we can move through a marsh.
Alrighty, you guys start moving in that direction. He flies over.
At high altitude, like to avoid combat.
How high altitude?
The highest where he would still be able to see what's going on down on the marsh.
Alright.
If it
Like
matters.
500 feet?
Say again?
Like what, 500 feet?
Probably. He does have keen senses, so he has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
Alrighty. Yeah, in that case, that'd be pretty trivial for him. Yeah. He flies over that area. And... Sorry. He doesn't see the Falx itself, but there's no movement in this area, as he indicates back to you. You can also see through his eyes, right?
If I choose to, I don't.
Okay.
I prefer to keep my eyes where I am active. Because I lose sense of my eyes. And I'm assuming this is a potentially hostile situation, so I'd prefer not to lose my current senses.
Alrighty.
And he has to get back within 100 feet to report back. So it's like he does like a flyover type thing while we're en route to kind of report on the situation we're walking into.
In that case, yeah, he'll fly over, see that, and communicate it to you.
Okay. Yeah. How long does it take us to get there? It's 800 feet. Shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, it's maybe 10, 15 minutes. Just because of the terrain.
Would we be able to move at a fast pace? Because locate objects at concentration at 10 minutes, and I don't want to lose the ping before we get there.
Yeah, I suppose possibly if you guys don't absolutely haul ass.
Yeah. given the
I'd like to
distance.
stay out in front. I mean, Intervin just has to point, and I can navigate pretty.
Yeah, I give the direction and distance, but we're moving fast because of the long distance into marsh. I want to get, in case we have to dig, I need to know how far to go down.
Yep. Makes sense to me. But yeah, I'll stay out in front, and as we close to, like, let's say 100 feet, I'll slow down and take cover a little bit, and then moving at a fast pace, but somewhat stealthily. I'll put my soft shoes on.
It's a marsh. They're all soft shoes. Even if you
Yep.
don't want them to be. They're soft on the inside.
Yeah, but hard shoes will make noise when you pull them out of mud, whereas something like a Masakin won't.
Yeah, fair enough. I was making a joke about mud inside the shoes.
Yeah, that's Ruffles. That's really more of a stealth check type deal.
Yeah, that's why I was letting you know. Like, as we get closer, then I'll slow down and stealth up.
What I mean
I'm
is that
out.
your shoes aren't going to make a mechanical difference.
Yeah, I know. That was the joke.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm out like 100 feet ahead. Like, I bolted, rogue dash, and then
All
far
right,
enough
yeah.
that I could make out the party behind me, and far enough ahead that I could stealth and get close without wasting any time.
Yeah, you guys
So
are
there's my
approaching.
stealth. As I slow down as we're approaching the rough estimate of where Indivin is seeing things.
Yeah, as you creep ahead, you can see kind of among some foliage. You can see the Falks buried as if by a horizontal swing into a tree, covered in mud, with a big pile of mud slumped beneath it, like a
Like a mud monster?
yeah, like you beheaded a mud monster. Yeah.
Huh. That's exciting. Alright, well, we'll get closer to it. See if there's any movement around.
Perception check.
Oh, I was just relying off my passive during the movement, but I can roll. There's a reason I lean on my passive.
Yeah, so
It's
you look
naturally
around and
observant. I don't
nothing
miss
new
much.
catches your eyes.
Yeah. Nothing particularly interesting stands out. There's no movement. Is there any exceptional amount of mud in the area?
Yeah, right about the Falks.
Okay, besides that, though, other than that, are there any potential other mud monsters, so to speak? Lying in ambush, like puddles of mud that seem out of place or misshapen.
What is this, Naruto?
Up ahead, actually, yes. You see that there are about 8 kind of lumps of mud sticking out of the brush.
All right, distance.
60.
All right, I will slow up then. Having located the item, Intervin no longer needing to dig for it, I'll slow up and wait for the party to get closer to me, and then point out the potential hostiles.
There's this one lump by the tree, right?
Yep.
I guess use Mage Hand kind of pulling the mud away. Is there something buried under that lump? Like, is it a body or something that was covered in mud?
No. There's nothing in there as you sift through it.
Odd.
Just mud and the odd couple of twigs.
There are 8 more lumps weirdly spaced 60 feet away.
Yes.
I guess I get 30 feet away from the closest one. Anything happen?
Nope.
You're gonna poke it.
I use a mage hand and poke it.
You're gonna poke it.
Of course I'm going to poke it. I'm a wizard, and there's a weird mud thing going on.
Rurik's just standing back, 30 feet behind you with his arms
You
crossed.
poke
You're gonna poke it, aren't you?
And it rises. Looks like this. And then
Greetings!
7 more of them raise.
Well, good morning to you guys. How are you in your swamp?
It doesn't respond, but this creature kind of like, dripping muck from its hand kind of raises its arm, kind of flings it in your direction. A wad of mud coming out. Roll an ish.
I think
Yeah,
Nash is...
I kind of figured when you said 5 of these things popped up out of the ground that we were rolling an issue.
8.
Oh God, we all got horrible rolls. Even the DM though, shit.
Yeah. We all still go before the Mudmen.
That is crazy. Introvert got a -2 and he goes before the Mudman.
Which is good. He just got fucking shit yeeted at him. He's gonna need to dodge that.
All right.
Nash?
I will.
Perfect timing.
I will. Bonus action, range, and attack. And I miss. But I'm going to action surge and do it again. And I miss even worse. And I am done. That sucked for me.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, those don't hit.
Yeah, I know. I know they don't do
Yeah.
that.
Rourke?
If I have climbing gear on me, can I climb a tree without costing an action? I have an interaction to pull it out of my bag. Does it cost an action to don it? I don't know the mechanics for in combat for using it.
I mean, there's not much here in terms of trees. The one that's there is like 10 feet tall. It's like one of those thin, sticky trees.
So we're in like an open marsh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just get distance and cover. What's the
All right.
nearest heavy thing I can hide behind that's less than 25 feet away?
The tree.
The 10-foot tall tree that
Yeah.
probably doesn't provide much cover.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you could go to the other side of the mound you guys are kind of standing on.
That'd work.
All right.
Yeah, distance and cover is all I'm looking for.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Range target after moving.
Let's see. That'd be 15 feet spent. That would put you at about 45 feet? 45 feet.
Okay. Well, then I'll fire at the one that is in melee with Nash. Fire a crossbow bolt at the one that's in melee with Nash.
That hits.
All right. 18 piercing damage with a regular crossbow bolt.
All right. It does not appear particularly effective.
Figured as much. Oh, I duck, I cover, I reload.
Kitten.
All right. Angry, reckless stab on the injured one. And by the way, I'm 10 feet away.
Okay. 11 does not hit.
Guys, I don't think we know how to hit mud.
Yeah, you just shoot it.
Anything else, Kitten?
No.
Intervene.
So there's one that's in melee with Nash, right?
And Kitten.
And
Wait,
Kitten.
no. Kitten's got that reach. Yeah, just Nash.
All right, I'm gonna. Is that the one that tried to fling mud at me?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna shoot that one with a ray of frost then. 22 hit him.
Yep.
So that is 3 points of cold damage and minus 10 to its speed.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to back up 30 feet.
Alright. These guys. Well, the one here is going in. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna have them start waddling up. Nash. These 7 are going to focus fire, slinging mud at you as they clomp through the marsh at you.
Jesus. 2 hits.
All right. That's 11 bludgeoning. And you are now blinded as as mud has gotten all over your face. You are now blind until the end of your next turn. As these guys close into melee, they're going to try to wallop the ever-loving fuck out of you. Alright, so there's 7 of these motherfuckers. No, sorry, 8 total. Alright, so that's total of 9 attacks. Oh shit, I forgot the advantage.
I see 5 attacks.
Alright, so they have advantage. So 19, 21, 17.
My armor class is 19, so every 19 and above hit me.
Based
Alright,
off
so
your rolls, just the 17 from the lower is your
5
higher
and
of all
1
of
is a
them.
crit. Okay.
How did they throw mud and then attack? Good God.
Yes. They're made of mud.
Most monsters have multi-attack. It's a way to keep the playing floor even.
So that's a total of 36 points of bludgeoning damage that you take.
You know, if I didn't have it, I'd
non-lethal.
be unconscious.
Yes. 39 points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage. Alrighty, Nash. You are currently blind, and I believe you just got the shit kicked out of you. Nash?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to hit one. If he's right beside me, I have disadvantage, so I can't run away because I can't see where the fuck I'm going. I miss. I'm done.
Alright, Rourke.
Oh, fire another shot on the injured one. Like to aim? I got one.
Hit.
I'd like to re-roll that 6. Never mind. $32 points of piercing damage.
Alright, despite the ineffectiveness of the shot, that does manage to cause that mud creature to break down.
Excellent.
Kitten.
Nash can see again, right? You said the end of his next turn?
Yes. Nash is capable of seeing now. As the mud drips off his face.
Stabby, stabby. Is there any distinguishing between them?
No. The only injured one has been slain.
Well, then stabby, stabby.
Hit. Are your attacks magical? Kitten?
I don't think they are just yet.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, it's injured.
Yay, stabbied.
Doesn't appear particularly effective, but it works. Intervene.
So Nash is looking pretty rough. Kitten is okay. And there are 7 of these things.
Yes.
Is there a way? How big are these things?
Medium.
Okay. Is there a way with a 40-foot sphere that I could get these 7 guys in the sphere without hitting allies?
You would be able to, without hitting allies, get 5 of them.
Okay. Then I do so. as I fire off a shot from the wand of fireballs, and I need a dex save from those 5. Only that last one succeeds. 23 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. Let's see. They're all at minimum bloodied. The ones that failed are badly bloodied.
Okay. That's it for my turn.
Alrighty. These guys.
Was one of those the one that Kitten hit?
Actually, yes, one of them is dead. Thank you for catching me on that one. Yeah, thank you. There we go. Yeah, so there's actually only 6 remaining. All right, so the 3, we got 3 of them that are going to try to beat the ever-loving tar out of Nash.
One hit.
3 points of bludgeoning. And then these other 3 are going to split off. This will provoke attacks of opportunity from Nash and Kitten. Nash and
Target
Kitten.
different ones.
Hit.
I can re-roll that.
Yeah, let's get our 8 down that.
Well,
Slightly
It's
better.
better.
That
It's
one's
not.
badly injured.
It's not because the half damage is actually the same.
And then these 3 are going to fling mud at Interven.
Well, the 19 will hit me.
It's 6 points of bludgeoning, and you're blind until the end of your next turn.
Okay. So what, they like threw that from like 30? I assume they moved 30 feet? And then threw mud?
Yep.
Move, they get an attack of opportunity from me.
You missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Okay.
He asked you. Kitten took his. That's why
Yep.
Kitten rolled.
So that's these guys. Nash.
Go and kill one of them, or try to anyway.
Indeed, yes. You attack one of the ones that I assume is badly injured from being baked like...
No, I don't. I don't hit shit, so I'm done.
Huh. Have you rolled any number that's not a 6?
No, I
A
haven't
4?
rolled anything higher than a 6 tonight. I can tell you that.
Oof. Alrighty, Rourke.
All right. Fire a shot at one of the ones that looks most injured of the 3 that moved. Keep it. So 19 piercing damage to one of the 3 that moved. That was the more injured of them.
Alrighty, that one is injured. Bloody down, actually. Alright. Wait, no,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, never mind. That was
Of the 3 that moved, there should have been some that got hit by that fireball,
yeah.
and they were already bloody.
Yeah, I know. I looked over here at the line of one of the ones that wasn't hit that moved, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? No, he's shooting the injured one.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be enough to kill that one, yes.
Okay. That's what I was
Yeah.
going for. So when you said it
Yeah,
was
no,
injured, I was like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, that was an issue of me going down the line and looking at the right monster,
it's
the
fine.
wrong damage value.
Nope, it's fine.
All right. All right. That is Kitten.
And stabby stabby.
All right.
You should re-roll that.
Are you re-rolling that?
No.
All right. That is enough to kill another one of these guys. The now baked mud breaking as you strike them.
Yay.
I should leave 2 in melee and 2 at ranged.
Mm-hmm. Intervene.
All right. So there's 2 that are trying to close up on me.
Yes.
Okay. What's their condition looking like?
Pretty healthy.
All right. I am going to target the left one then. Well, does one look worse off than the others? Than the other of the 2?
It's a little hard to tell because of the mud in your eyes, isn't it? Because aren't you blind until the end of your next turn?
Is it to the end of my next turn? Okay, yeah. Then in that case, I am blind. Okay. Then I will cast Prestidigitation to clean the mud off myself.
You are now clean.
And then I realize that they're 30 feet away from me, and I'm going to back up 30 feet.
All right.
Wizard not do well in melee.
Oh, you don't want to be beaten unconscious by these guys?
Not today. But that's all I can do.
All right. These guys. Well, seeing as the wizard is fleeing, they're going to turn about and fling mud at Kitten.
Aren't they in melee with Kitten?
No, these are other guys.
Well, they missed.
Alrighty. And then they're going to run up to you and try to punch you.
They also miss.
All right. And then the 2 badly injured baked mudmen are going to try to beat the ever-loving fuck out of Nash.
No.
Indeed, you managed to parry off the baked mudmen. Nash. Hit. That is enough to kill it.
Yay.
I think it's Rourke.
Well, I guess I'll go for one of the healthier ones then. So I'm looking for the healthiest target on the field.
It'd be one of the 2 that just ran into melee with Kitten.
Yep.
Hit.
I'll keep that.
Alrighty, it's injured. Kitten.
Stabby, stabby.
Nice.
Stabbed, stabbed.
Which one were you attacking?
Whoever's more injured.
Okay, yeah, that guy's still in range then. So yeah, you stab that dude, and he is dead. 2 remain. The 2 healthy ones that, the 2 health, the 1 healthy and the 1 injured that are now behind you. Alrighty. Boop boop ba-doop. Intervene.
All right, so I can see these guys. How far away is the closest one from me?
60.
Ah, good. And it's one of those ones that looks pretty healthy?
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm going to cast a spell on that guy, and it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
What's the required intelligence?
None.
Okay. Wait, what spell is this?
Tasha's Mind Whip. But I'm not doing psychic damage, I'm doing cold damage with it.
Ah, okay.
Brain freeze.
Yes, Brain Freeze.
In save?
Fancy wizard.
Say again?
You said in save?
Correct. That's a fail.
You think that's a fail? I mean, he may have some kind of legendary resistance.
It takes 8 points of cold damage.
Brain freeze.
It die. Wait. No, it's a healthy one. It takes the full 8.
Okay. And it cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it must choose whether to move, take an action, or a bonus action, but it only gets 1 of the 3.
Alright.
That's it.
These guys. Well, they're going to use their actions to punch the shit out of Kitten. Does it cut his attacks in half under? I draw it.
It does not.
All right. I attempt to block the 21 with my tail.
Uh-huh.
That brings my AC up to 22. They all miss.
Alrighty. Nash?
So there's only one left by me. Or is it dead? And the only ones over the left are over there by a kitten.
Well, you and Kitten are back to back.
Okay.
You're occupying adjacent squares.
Okay, well then I'm gonna hit one.
Yeah, you just run over and attack. Alright. Uh-huh. You attacking the injured or the uninjured?
The one that tried to hit me. So if it's the injured, I'm hitting the injured.
Alright. Indeed. You give him a good stabby stab. He's not looking great.
That's all I can do, I believe.
Rourke?
All right, I'm targeting the healthy one again. So close. Good hit. I was on the healthier of the two.
That one's injured. Kitten.
Stabby, stabby. He has been stabbed.
Bloodied. Wait. Sorry, injured one you said?
Yeah.
Dead. Yeah, you kill that guy. One remaining. Intervene.
What is the most injured looking one on the field?
The one remaining.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Ray of Frost.
God damn.
It takes 7 cold damage,
It's bloodied.
and it loses 10 feet of movement. That's it.
Man, seriously, goddamn. These guys started off the combat strong, and you guys are finishing strong. All right. Them. Whack, slap the shit out of Kitten.
I attempt to block the 22. I successfully block it.
Alrighty. Nash.
Attacking. Yes.
Yes? Do you want to attack the last one?
Of course I do. And I wanted to, but apparently I can't. I'll stand there and swing, and then get one good hit, and then miss again. I'm like a stormtrooper. I miss every time except one time. It counts.
Despite years of experience fighting in the mud, he was not prepared for fighting with the mud.
All right, I'm done.
Rourke.
Well, let's finish this. So close. Oops. Add a 4 to that. So, 13.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty dang injured. Pretty darn bloodied. Kitten.
Actually, Piercer, I'm going to reroll that 8.
Oh, okay. Don't you mean the 1?
Yeah, the D8. I'm going to reroll the 8 die. Yay. I got to do one more damage.
He's one more damage, more injured. Kitten.
I finish him off.
You miss. Fool. Oh, wow, I called it.
You jinxed me. I'm going in for the stab, and I just hear this voice shout in my head, "You missed!" And I trip.
Your inner voice has failed you. All right. Intervene.
Ray of Frost.
Hit.
5 cold damage.
There's now a mud statue.
Ha!
You guys are out of a niche.
Cool.
We should probably search the area.
Yes, I've been looking for clues, investigating the area.
All right, give me an investigation check.
I'll give him a hand with that.
You go poking around. You don't find any quite kind of trail, but as you look around, you can see off in the distance, a couple 100 feet away, there is a large rocky mound with a great deal of foliage growing on top of it. It's the only major geological formation nearby.
Hey guys, let's head over towards the obvious geological formation.
I think I see a quest marker.
All right. Can one of the strong guys grab that sword out of the tree?
I mean, it's not that embedded.
I have a strength of 6. It's pretty embedded to me.
Takes a little work.
Well, I assume we can have someone grab it, and we can put our party inventory.
Yep. Fancy sword added to party inventory.
And then I think we start moving towards the mound. How far away is it?
About 500 feet.
Okay.
Alrighty. You guys approach.
As we get closer, are we noticing anything peculiar about it?
Yes. A lot of that plant growth is overhanging a large opening. Like real large, about 5, 10. About 120-foot wide opening in this big rocky mound.
Like a cave?
Yeah, like a cave.
Okay. I have Dax do a quick aerial survey to see if there's any other openings besides this one.
Give me a perception check. Nothing obvious.
All right. Well, guys, one way in. Let's go in.
Indeed. You guys press
Enter
in.
we shall.
Wait, are there pillars and shit?
Yes, inside of the overhang itself. It's mixed in with the vines and creep and stuff.
Ah.
But it's obvious structure.
Yeah, now that you guys have gotten close, yeah.
Do I recognize the historical providence of this structure?
Give me a history check, or do you have a feature that would just let you know?
No. Just a decent history score, but apparently I don't know. Unless
I
it's
can
pretty
check the rocks
commonly
out
known.
for you. I can check the rocks out for you.
Yeah, you look around, Intervin. It looks the style looks pretty similar to most of what you'd see out here on the Nagramore frontier.
All right.
Can I take a closer inspection of the rocks?
By all means.
What does my stone cunning tell me?
Your stone cunning tells you that. What does stone cunning do again?
Whenever I make intelligence history check relating to the origin of stonework. So the origin, the age, and stuff like that. I'm considered proficient history skill and yada yada yada.
All right, the stone here is about 150 years old. Actually, wait, hold on.
The origin of the stonework is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, the
Okay.
origin of the stone. Actually, I got my numbers on there wrong. The origin of the stonework, 140. My apologies, 140.
Okay.
Same style as what you'd expect for this area. Origin, there are a couple of motifs, and this is like very, very like technical shit, but there are a couple of motifs on these pillars that are more prevalent on architecture following the rise of the god king Akhed-Ur.
All right.
Additionally, you can tell from the damage on the stone, it looks like this has been abandoned. Like, no one's been maintaining the stone here for probably a good 90 years.
Okay. So it was built 140 years ago, maintained for 50 years, and then abandoned. Well, Intervin, I think this is the place that our X is signifying.
Quite possibly. We should head in.
All right. So begins the search for the library.
Looks
All
like there's
right.
a couple obvious doors in the front.
Indeed. That being said,
Yes.
given the time and the place, I would ask this: do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to call it here?
Yeah, we should probably call it here.
Alrighty.
Yeah, stone cutting's pretty broad strokes with what information it gives.